All right, now on to question 3. This is the question. If you didn't watch the video for question 2, well, check back. You'll see the link below. Or you could just download the Learn It app that has all of these past papers already laid out and everything clearly listed. If you go to makeITsimpleTT.com/Learn It, you'll see that there's an app. Well, you can go to the Play Store and look for Learn It by makeITsimpleTT, or you probably have the app already and you're watching this on the app. Well, good for you. Tell somebody else about it. You will see that I have all these past papers and all the answers laid out in chronological order. So you don't have to run to try to find a video. All the videos are put together in one neat space for you to just have access to it, and you can live inside there and study like crazy, right? Okay. Number 3A. The following is a list of specifications for a laptop that was bought by Jane. Thank you very much, Jane, for buying a laptop. Intel Core i5, blah, 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 blah. All these specifications are listed, right? Identify each of the following in the laptop specifications. The laptop specifications, we start off with secondary storage. Secondary storage will be storage that you use after the fact. So 512 gigabyte SSD, that's secondary. 512 gigabytes SSD. SSD stands for solid state drive. Sometimes you might see HDD, hard disk drive, SSD, solid state drive. Hard disk drive is mechanical because it spins. It's actual, like it has moving parts. SSDs don't spin. They have no moving parts. It's like a giant flash drive. Processor speed. Processor speed is always measured in gigahertz, so you don't want to write the whole line. If you write the whole line, you'll get wrong. I think you'll get wrong. So there's one the speed, which is 2.9 gigahertz. Web browser. Web browser is Google Chrome, because you should know that. Don't think that Chrome is a search engine. Chrome is not a search engine. Google is the search engine. Google Chrome is the web browser that accesses pages on the internet. You can search inside it. The monitor will have anything to do with the size, so 14-inch touchscreen. So we'll just put 14-inch touchscreen. 14-inch touchscreen. And the component used for connecting to the school's internet hotspot. Intel Wi-Fi card. We'll just put that here. Intel Wi-Fi card. Yep. Alright, this is all part of the syllabus called specifications, and inside the specifications part, it basically tells you need to know how a computer works. Not everybody knows how a computer works. That is why I created a crash course called the Theory Bootcamp. And that Theory Bootcamp, it lays out every single part of the syllabus. All the words, every single thing is broken down in the syllabus, word for word from the syllabus. So if you're looking for a crash course, yes, I have normal crash courses, one of the best, actually. The best IT crash course that you can find that has the whole syllabus laid out. But then there's this special one, which is number 4, the Theory Bootcamp. That one is made for people who really struggle with the theory and don't understand everything, or you probably didn't have a teacher. You will get the in-depth breakdown of all of the things that you need to know theory-wise. But you could also get a normal video, and you could get everything together. Past paper questions, WhatsApp group. You will get it the last night before the exam. Not the night before the exam, but 3 days before the exam. Question and answer, where you can ask any question that you want, and I'll answer it for you, because so our crash course is supposed to do. Right, so that crash course, 308-8799. WhatsApp that number, and you may just be able to save your CSEC IT career. Or you might just get total in mock exam because you looked at this paper and then they gave you this exact thing for mock exam and you look smart. But then you might get a real exam and fail. And then kind of be like, all right, the major exports of a country for 3 years are given in the worksheet below. All right, so this one is a spreadsheet. I think question 1 had a spreadsheet, so they could bring spreadsheets in any question that they want. This might be the hardest spreadsheet question, but let's see. So the layout on the Visual Studio, formatting feature applied to row 2. Row 2. All right, so this text here is definitely one big cell, because you can see it starts here and it goes all the way here. So this is called merge and center. Merge and center. So the type of cell referencing used in the formula E4 to E. All right, so you see these little dollar signs here? these little dollar signs will lock a cell in place, and they make sure that the cell is locked in place so that when you try to use it in another formula by replicating it or copying it or using something called the fill handle, it will be always stuck in that same position. That's called absolute cell referencing. Absolute cell referencing means it's absolutely going to look at E11 every single time, no matter where you copy that formula. The E4 will change to E5 and E6 and E7, but the E11 will always change, will always stay the same because it has the dollar signs in between it, right? Identify the product that will be in the fifth position in the sorted list if the data in the worksheet was sorted by, oh my, it's a lot of words. And for people who have problems in exams comprehending things, they might need to read these things over. So I recommend that you sit down and read it over. Time is not your enemy in the CSEC IT exam, so you can read things over and don't worry too much, right? Identify the product that would be in fifth position in the sorted list if the data in the worksheet was sorted by the total column. This is a trend in this paper where they're asking you to analyze a table, do the sort in your mind, and then give an answer. This is the third time I see this. I sorted question 1, I sorted question 2, and now, well, in question 3 they have it. So let's go. Fifth position, you sorted list of the data in the worksheet is sorted by the total column. So we're going by total. So how is it sorted by total column? In descending order. So you have to be able to understand descending order will be the highest number at the top, and then it goes down. So in descending order, first will be this one. That's 2,650. Second will be 660. Third will be 329. Fourth will be 224. Fifth will be 150. Sixth will be 105. And seventh will be 72. That looks like descending order to me there. Yeah. So basically, this table is in ascending order by total. I don't know if that was their plan, but that's what it is. So we just want to do this now, which is find the fifth person. And they want to know what would identify the product that will be fifth position if the data is sorted by right here. So in fifth position, the product is alcoholic products, right? Because that matches to number 5. Alcoholic product. Next. Write the function you would use in cell G8 to insert good if the total export for the 3 years is more than 300 million or if it's less than 300. 2 marks, they don't normally give so little better marks for if, which is kind of a good thing. You wouldn't lose too much marks if you get it wrong, but you want to get it correct. So a function that does something if, you just put an equal sign if is going to ask you a question. So there's the if part, this is usually 1 mark, and then you have the condition. So they want to, so you want to check to see if the formula goes in G8. So if the total exports for the 3 years. So total exports for the 3 years is here. So this cell here is E11. So E11 is what we want to check. We want to check to see if this number is greater than a particular value, right? Where do they want us to do it, however? To use in cell G8. So we want to figure out, okay, my bad. So total exports is inside E here. So E8 is what we're looking at. So this is the cell here. So we're trying to figure out how this got to good. For this to be good, we want to check to see if this number here is greater than 500. Put good, else put 4. But according to there, yeah, if this number, right? So this number here is E8. And we're trying to figure out what's inside G8 here. So we're going to check to see if E8 is greater than 300, comma, good. Remember to put this thing in quotes. So if you don't put it in quotes, you'll be in a big problem. Yeah. Right. So that is good and poor. Yeah. So this is 2 marks. Normally it's 3 marks for this. I don't know how they'll break it up into 2 marks, but that's the 2 marks. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, that means you probably don't understand ifs. Crash course may be necessary for you, or you might just need to go over your work, or you might just need to go through all the past paper videos that I have inside the app, inside the Learn It app. So you could go and download the app if you want to, but you should. You should. The following chart was created from the data in the worksheets. State the type of chart shown. The type of chart shown is a pie chart. I mean, if you don't get that, that like, yeah. So the range of data used to construct the chart. So we can see that we have the name of the thing is exports 2020. So they have the year and the percentage, So most likely they use percentages. So that is the total percentage total of exports. Yeah, but how they got the year? Oh no, this is a trick. Because you see the total, because you see the percentages, you might want to go and check here. But what they used was the year 2020 to 2022. See these years up here? And then the totals at the bottom. I am sneezing. Right, so this pie chart is really a year and this number here, but they didn't show the number in the pie chart, they showed the percentage for it. So they most likely use B3 to D3, and then B11 to D11. That's my guess here. To get this pie chart, I can do that here. B3 to D3, and then B11 to D11. Yep. The B3 to D3 will give it a year, and the B11 to D11 will give it a percentage. But it's not going to be the same from the table because the table has actual numbers. But the good thing about that chart is the chart is able to take these numbers and summarize them into percentages for you. So don't get caught to that. I could see a lot of children getting caught to that question. Yeah, I can see it. So it's a thing. The two data label formats which have been applied to the chart is year and percentage. I don't know what I mean by data label formats, but this is the data label. This is the year and this is the percentage. I guess it'll be percentage of total. Yeah, but percentage is good enough because they're really checking to see if you understand how the percentage chart came out here. Yeah, this question here, this part here, I could see a lot of children fumbling the bag right here because this is our whole 4 marks and you might end up losing our 4 marks in this 25 mark question. Fumbled. I consider the following algorithm used to compute the monthly income tax to be paid by an individual. Once you'll see algorithms, or they'll be like, Why are you rolling? But don't run from the algorithm questions, or don't run from the algorithm questions. Ask yourself, what do I know here? Do I know anything? I have a whole algorithms playlist available on YouTube. But you could look for it if you want on the YouTube channel, but you can also download the app, makeITsimpleTT.com/learn-it. Go to the Play Store, go to the App Store, look for Learn It by makeITsimpleTT, and you will see that a playlist that goes through the whole algorithm from start to finish, totally free. No questions asked. 7 videos. If you want to understand algorithms, just watch that playlist. You'll learn a lot. Okay. Consider the following algorithm used to compute the monthly income tax to be paid by an individual. So they have start, set tax a particular value, write something, ask them for their pay. If the pay is greater than 75,000 and their monthly pay is less than 20,000, then do a calculation, else do another calculation. And then when the if is finished, write, give out the tax. So this is quite straightforward. There is no difficulty there. The variable that is used of data type real. Now this is a little problem here because real is what they say in Pascal, but in C programming they call it float, and in Python they don't even have something called real. And I don't agree with them using the word real here. They want to say real/float because that will help students understand, especially if they didn't do any big sort of programming. But the teachers who probably do this still have their head inside the Pascal programming language because that's the programming language I was done before, and you probably did Pascal too. So, yeah, I'd rather say real or float, but just make sure that you know that real or float is anything that has a decimal. Real or float, decimal values. That's where you're trying to keep track of whether you do a real or a float. So tax will be a real or float because tax could end up being a decimal value, right? The type of construct used, I guess there are 2 types, there is sequential and then there's selection. But we'll just use this part here. This part here, the if and end if, that is a selection programming construct. That's how you make a choice between something, if then else. Don't write if then else. If you write if then else, that's wrong, even though they may give it correct. But the actual construct is called selection. There's sequence, there's selection, and then there's loop. This one is selection. Sequence is one after the other. Selection is if then else, and then loops is repeating something based on a particular condition. But all else covered in the free algorithm playlist inside the Learning app, right? So you can go on down with it. It may change your life. I promise you. Right. The line number where the relational operator is used. Relational operator is like an equal sign, or greater than or less than. So anything that causes two numbers to relate to each other, that is where you use a relational operator. So a relational operator here could be greater than, less than or equal to. Yeah. So that is line number 6. Line 6. The logical operator. Oh no, wait. What? Or the right. Logical operators are operators that are things that you use when you want to check something like and or. So logically, this and that must be true, or this or that must be true. So the and here is a logical operator. Yep. Most people probably getting this wrong. So and is also on line 6. Yeah. This is in pseudocode theory. Nobody studies pseudocode theory. Everybody just thinks that you have to write out a whole long algorithm. But the theory of pseudocode is a thing, and you should learn it. And in case you don't learn it, you might want to consider learning it at some point in time in your life. But I explain all of this in the crash course. If these words here, logical operator, relational operator, all of that, you've never seen this in your life, then you're probably like, emotional damage. Good thing is, the crash course is available, so you can check out the crash course. And if you just take the basic alone, basic crash course will go through the whole syllabus from start to finish using my notes. And all the notes that I have purposefully created just for this particular syllabus. Yeah, all of these words are covered: relational operators, logical operators, and explained. And in the theory bootcamp, they explain also. But if you still don't understand, there's a part of the crash course that will give you question and answer if you want to. And you can ask the questions to me directly, either in a WhatsApp group or in a specific class for question and answer. So crash course is available. And if you want that, 308-8799. WhatsApp that number or go to makeITsimpleTT.com/register and you can register. All the links will be in the bottom of the video, right? Alright, so complete the following table by inserting the tax to be paid by John and Mary. Alright, so we have to actually make sense of the algorithm now. This is a nice question to separate people who understand algorithms and who don't understand algorithms and pseudocode. Very nice. So this person's monthly pay is $175,000. Okay. If monthly pay is greater than $75,000, this is true. And the monthly pay is less than $200,000. This is also true. So that means you're doing this one, which is if both are true, not true, if both are true, yes, you do this one. So you have to say their monthly pay minus 75,000 multiplied by 0.2, that's 20%. You really gonna make it do all that maths, right? Jeez. Yeah, to the people who don't like maths, you might know how to actually do this, but then just fumble it because you can't multiply properly. Alright, well, let's do the maths. Because apparently there's a thing. 175,000 minus 75,000 will give you kids 100,000. Ooh. Right. And then from that 100,000, you have to multiply by 0.20, which is 20%. So multiply by 0.20, which is 20% of 100,000, that'll be $1,000. That correct? I hope so. I mean, mathematically speaking, yeah. 20% is 1/5. That's 100. 1/5. Right. Another 500 is 20,000. Yeah, mathematically speaking, yeah. Yeah, so if we multiply by 5, right here. I am currently not opening up a calculator. I feel like corrector, but there's some part of me that makes me feel like 100,000 multiplied by 0.2, 20,000. Okay, I am correct, right? Okay, I guarantee you that many students fumble this just because they made you do maths. And why would they make you do maths? Alright, so this one is 400,000. So let's see if it fits the characteristics. Is it greater than 75,000? True, yes. And it's less than 200,000? No, it's false. So because this part is true and this part is false, then we have to do maths again. We have to do this calculation because it doesn't meet the criteria for yes. This is the answer to this question here. If the answer is no. So now we have to do monthly pay. Well, jeez, only wicked out here, right? Alright. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, they wanted to kill me after tonight. I want everybody to know that they wanted to kill me after tonight. They do not want me out here. What is this?
Alright, mathematically speaking, monthly pay. What is the number here? I have to work it out up there because I can't bring it down because I'll miss the equation. So 400,000. This is 400,000 minus 0.25 multiplied by 400,000 multiplied by 0.4. I think I can get from here. I need some space to work this out. I think space to work it out, They didn't say, well, yeah, let me get all work in column, anything like that, or somewhere to work it out. Right. And then we gotta multiply this by 0.4. That's 40%, right? Yeah. Alright, so like 400,000 minus a quarter multiplied by 400,000 multiplied by 4/10. I rather do it fractions wise because the decimals generally got up on the situation. 400,000 minus 100,000 is 300,000 multiplied by 4/10. 4/10 is how much by 2 into 4 is 2/5. Multiplied by 2/5. 5 is 1, 5 into 30 is 6. 60,000. 60,000 multiplied by 2 is 120. That 2 marks? You're wrong for this, boy. You're wrong for this. Nobody coming here to fight for that 2 marks to get anyway. But I know after you work it out, and if you got this question correct, you just say now like,
sometimes my genius is, it's always frightening.
Draw a flowchart to represent and construct the algorithm. Wickedness. Okay, set tax to 0. I am going to draw the flowchart on the side here and then copy it after because scrolling up and down not going to work out for me. So set tax to 0. Set tax to 0, that is a rectangle. Tax is equal to 0. Then write stuff. Lots of stuff. Write monthly pay. Blah, 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 blah. Tax. Right. And then write. Enter your monthly pay. All that is parallelograms because once it's a read or a write, it's parallelograms. Enter. And I put all the words because yeah, obviously not yet. Then we have to read monthly pay, which is a parallelogram again. Read MTHPAY. And then we have an if, which is going to be a diamond. And the diamond going to have all of that. That's a lot of words to put inside a diamond. Wickedness, but wickedness. This question doesn't have to be this long. But maybe it does. Let's see. Okay, I need to use all the space now because obviously I have to scroll up and down to write back all the words. I have no choice. No, hold on. I'm a professional at this. Okay, so what do I need to get? I need to say if monthly pay is greater than 7,500 and it's less than equal to 20,000. So if MTH pay is greater than 75 100,000 and MTHP is less than or equal to 200,000. That's it? Yeah, right, that's correct. There'll be a yes and there'll be a no. So we had them the yes on the side, and we had them no on the side. Alright, so yes, a calculation has to take place, which is our rectangle. No, calculation has to take place, which is our rectangle.
Yep.
So if the answer is yes, monthly pay minus 75,000 multiplied by 0.20. Tax is equal to MTHP minus 75,000 multiplied by 0.2. And then the next one is monthly pay minus 0.25. And what to do? MTHP minus 0.25 THP multiplied by 0.2. This is a lot. And then the outputs will all meet to print tax. Then stop. Ain't no way this is 4 marks. Ain't no way. No, I do something wrong? Draw a flowchart to represent the construct using the algorithm. There is no way that this whole flowchart here is 4 marks. How? CXE.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Right. So I said all that to say, yeah, that's question number 3. Way. Yeah. Because of this is why I have something called the past paper sprint. I genuinely want to let you know that there's a reason why there's something called a past paper sprint. Because we go through all the past papers and we bounce up questions like these, and I explain to you in depth why certain questions have certain marks, where they give the marks, and all the different intricacies of how the marking works. So if you want to go through all the past papers or the last set of past papers for the last 8 years or last 10 years, Past Paper Sprint is a class that I have that prepares students for exams, just past papers and multiple choice only. So this algorithm question here, it is not giving. It's not giving. It's straightforward. The things that I have to do, fairly straightforward. But why all of this maths? I know you're supposed to know maths, but why all of this maths for 2 marks? Because in a mathematics paper, this question would have been like a 3-mark question. 2 marks for you to work out all of the maths. No. And then a whole flowchart, which is actually what you're supposed to do, for 4 marks. But this flowchart has so much things in it. It has the declarations, it has the inputs, it has the decision statements. What are they checking there for 4 marks? I don't know. But all I know is we're going on to the next question. I'll see you in the next video. Yeah.